Jersey now, just 10 kilometres to go for Adam Yates to realise his ambition of taking another general classification in a national tour. Out onto the circuit they go then. It's a constant time gap, hovering around 35, 36, 37 seconds. And surely that is a race-winning gap that the four riders have got at the front of the race now. So we're going to have a battle for the stage win, I think, contested between those four riders, unless something amazing happens from this group, but I think they've left it too late. And everything is decided in terms of the general classification. The bonus seconds at the top of the Herdweg, they're not going to come into play either, because they'll all be taken up by the four riders at the front of the race. Which is great news for Mauri van Sevenant, because that would have been a dangerous moment for him with that slender, very slender advantage in the white jersey standings and that podium place that he has. But they're starting to play games a little bit. Payak has been caught. Matt Holmes looks round. That tactic didn't quite work for Payak. They'll have to think again. Well, pick a winner. It's very hard, isn't it? Mick van Dijk looked so strong with that big attack. But ultimately, he was caught again. Did fade. It's Ben Healy now, moving up on the right-hand side of the road. So Healy trying to set this up, I think, for Alberto Bettiol for the stage win. Trying possibly a little bit late to really kind of rip it up. EF Education Easy Post have been very aggressive throughout the Deutschland Tour, and they're trying it here. The question is, have they left it a little bit too late? The gap there, as Ghana started just to relent a little bit, has grown to 43 seconds, and Ben Healy tries to ride it back down again. Ruben Guerrero still there. Guerrero is, again, it's not impossible that Guerrero could take himself a podium place. He just needs to make up 3 seconds on Mauri van Sevenant. He won't do it at the bonus sprint, but he might have to do it some other way. On this climb, it's the last opportunity to make the difference. 8.4k to go. EF Education Easy Post, riding on the front of the red jersey group. Alberto Bettiol is still there. Ben Healy takes a couple of seconds back, down to 39 seconds, 38. He's had an excellent Deutschland Tour, has Ben Healy. 37 seconds, it continues to fall. Simon Geschke just coming through the finish line to the warm applause of the Stuttgart crowd in the company of Ben Tulit. Big left-handed sweeping turn there for Ben Healy. And Healy's going so hard, he's opened up a gap there to Filippo Ganna, who's not going to chase him down. Less interested, the Ineos Grenadiers. So the start of the climb once more for the final time, the Herdweg climb. Bardet attacked very, very soon once they'd got onto the steeper section. As Niels Pollitt, the rider who won the Deutschland Tour last year, finally lets go and sits up. Nonetheless, he's had an excellent Deutschland Tour. He's shown himself off, shown that German national champions jersey to great effect. There is the bunch. They can see them there. The gaps come right down to 21 seconds, partly as a result of the easier pace that these four are riding now. And partly because Ben Healy has done another fantastic turn on the front for EF Education Easy Post. The Irish rider has really been one of the outstanding riders of the Deutschland Tour. All of which would suggest, as we look at Clément Berthet, who is in the original breakaway and for quite a while was the virtual race leader, and his teammate Michael Scher, they too are dropping away. Looking round now, they know that their peloton is coming in hard now. Matt Holmes trying to inject a little bit more dynamism into that group of four riders and a little bit more belief, but the legs are tired and the heart is not so willing now, because they know that the EF Education Easy Post led red jersey group are right on their coattails. A shake of the heads from Matt Holmes. That's frustrating for him. But ultimately, that's a great ride from EF Education Easy Post. It really is. Now the bonus seconds do come into play. Not on the steeper section of this climb yet. Now we are coming off the main road. Here's where it gets serious. Here's where Bardet attacked a long way out last time. And the junction is made. The red jersey group has hauled in the breakaway. Adam Yates has this race by the scruff of the neck now. But EF Education Easy Post are thinking, I think, about Alberto Bettiol's chances at the finish line here, and about Ruben Guerrero taking 3 seconds on Mauri van Sevenant. There are 3 seconds on offer at the bonus sprint. Guerrero needs those 3 seconds. Van Sevenant in the white jersey trying to defend them. It's primarily a battle between those 2 riders here. Ben Healy trying to set it up for Guerrero. Guerrero on the wheel of Adam Yates. That's Bettiol tucked in behind Ben Healy at the front of the race. Van Sevenant wary of the risk. Georg Zimmermann also in the frame there. He just needs to take 1 second on Mauri van Sevenant to get ahead of him on GC. So all the key players in the battle for the podium places are there. And the bonus sprint is coming into play here. Zimmermann in the colours of Intermarché Wanty-Gobert. Guerrero now, being piloted by Alberto Bettiol. Bettiol it is on the front, the Portuguese climber on his wheel. Then Mauri van Sevenant under pressure. Adam Yates also in the mix. Doesn't need the bonus seconds himself, Yates, but needs to be wary of anything going and flying up the road here. Davide Formolo also there. Van Sevenant really under pressure here. Bettiol still on the front. Guerrero looks, checks. Guerrero now opening up his sprint. Van Sevenant is falling away. Guerrero is going to take these 3 seconds. Van Sevenant needs to try and take 1 second if he possibly can. Guerrero takes 3. Adam Yates is in the mix. Where is that finish line there? I think Van Sevenant is going to close for 1 second. So Guerrero, he pushes on now. Guerrero takes 3 seconds. Van Sevenant, crucially, came in over that line in 3rd place to pick up 1 second. And by my reckoning, Mauri van Sevenant is still 1 second ahead of Ruben Guerrero. Wow, that was tight. Barnabas Peak then, but Adam Yates, who came over the line there in 2nd place, was just wary that a group could go clear over the top of that climb, and so it's proving. Mauri van Sevenant there in 5th place on the road with Davide Formolo and Pello Bilbao. Those riders have got a little bit of an advantage. And they're pushing on. Guerrero now. Davide Formolo, Pello Bilbao. Mauri van Sevenant has made the junction. Here comes Georg Zimmermann. And it comes back together again. Or at least half of the race does. All the leaders here with Davide Formolo working on the front. Now, where's Alberto Bettiol? Bettiol is still there. This could be perfect for the Italian. Such a fast finish compared to a lot of these other riders. Romain Bardet shakes his head again. Frustration for Bardet. Was in a great position, or so he thought, but the race decided otherwise. And EF Education Easy Post have completely altered the complexion of this final circuit. So a little group off the front. Movistar riders trying to ride their way back. There's confirmation of Van Sevenant's critical 1 second there to limit his losses to 2 seconds to Guerrero. Guerrero needed to make up 3 seconds to beat Mauri van Sevenant and place himself on the podium. Now, though, EF Education Easy Post's tactics have flipped. Guerrero has done what he could in GC, might have pulled up just a second short, and now it's all about Alberto Bettiol. Bettiol just lets the wheels open there as Guerrero goes off on the front. He forces Adam Yates to chase. Yates shuts down that gap to Guerrero. Pernsteiner's still there as well for Bahrain victorious. Bettiol, Zimmermann, Georg Zimmermann. Also just 1 second down on Mauri van Sevenant, although that's now become 2 seconds down because van Sevenant picked up 1 bonus second. Falling away there, that's Ivan Sosa, who looked much more like his old self on the climb yesterday to Schauinsland. So Guerrero driving this group on. James Knox is still there. So too is Matt Holmes. I think he's the last remaining rider from that original breakaway still to be there. Barnabas Peak has been dropped. Or it might be Sylvain Moniquet. There's one, yeah, it's Moniquet actually, I think. One rider from Lotto Soudal who's still there. 3.7 kilometers to go. Surely this is set up now for Alberto Bettiol with his fast finish. Who else could match his finishing speed? Well, Pello Bilbao's got a ferocious sprint on him. Mauri van Sevenant, possibly. Georg Zimmermann can seemingly do just about everything. He's a very versatile rider. Sylvain Moniquet it is indeed, who's the rider from Lotto Soudal. And then representing Movistar, Antonio Pedrero. So Pedrero, Moniquet, Knox, Zimmermann, Bettiol, Van Sevenant, Pernsteiner, Bilbao, Formolo and Guerrero. That's the final selection of riders. And, of course, the red jersey of Adam Yates, very vigilant on the wheel. Yates is going to be crowned the winner of the Deutschland Tour for the first time in his career, unless he crashes between here and the finish line. And Guerrero has gone full domestique role here now. Zimmermann with a charge up on the left-hand side to try and get himself closer to the front of the race. Guerrero, everybody sitting on his wheel. He's trying to set this up for Alberto Bettiol. Well, it's Bettiol on the front now. So Bettiol is riding on the front and Guerrero has dropped back. Interesting tactics there. Guerrero possibly then trying to sprint for bonus seconds at the line to take third place on the podium. EF Education flipping their tactics once more, and Bettiol is working on the front for Guerrero. Keep this group clear. Sylvain Moniquet lurking around there. Who's going to try and hit this group with a long-range attack? Yates just drifting around on the front, never actually on the front, but very visibly just in second or third place, watching everything from the front of the race, keeping a weather eye on it all. Antonio Pedrero dropping away from Movistar, 2 kilometers to go. What is Guerrero's tactic here? Remember, there are bonus seconds available at the line, 10, 6 and 4, and that could make a huge difference in the battle for the third place and the podium spot. Bettiol is working on the front, harming his own chances, obviously, of trying to ride to a stage win. Pedrero gets back on almost to the wheel of Sylvain Moniquet. 1.4 kilometers to go, dropping right down into the heart of Stuttgart now. Big crowds, they're following it on the big screen right here at the finish line. And still Bettiol with his huge lead out. Adam Yates on his wheel. Pello Bilbao is going to finish in second place in the general classification. The battle for third, though, is intense between Mauri van Sevenant, Georg Zimmermann and Ruben Guerrero, between James Knox and Sylvain Moniquet. None of them are out of it. A win for any of those riders, and if the others lose out, 10 seconds could make all the difference. Van Sevenant's under pressure here. Zimmermann needs to make up 2 seconds on Van Sevenant. Guerrero, only 1 second. That's all he needs to take on Mauri van Sevenant. Van Sevenant following the wheel of Georg Zimmermann now. Is it Zimmermann on the front? Still Bettiol, and still Guerrero waits on the wheel of Pello Bilbao. Zimmermann moving into third place. Mauri van Sevenant now on the wheel of Davide Formolo, a little bit dislodged. Zimmermann very handily placed here, and I think Zimmermann has got a decent sprint on him. Let's see. Coming towards the finish line now. Still Bettiol on the front, looks round, tries to see where Ruben Guerrero is. Guerrero almost out of the saddle. Mauri van Sevenant already starting to sprint on the left-hand side of the road. Bettiol trying to hold on from the front. Guerrero now finishing with a charge. Georg Zimmermann, Pello Bilbao, who can sprint. Bilbao might just get there to take the stage victory. Bilbao takes it. Bilbao takes the stage victory. Ruben Guerrero in second place, and he looks round, and Ruben Guerrero might just have manoeuvred himself up into third on GC. Georg Zimmermann, I think, might have finished third or fourth. Bilbao takes the victory, though. Second place for him. Possibly second place, third place for the rider who finished in second place, Ruben Guerrero. But a great, great win for Pello Bilbao, and he confirmed that Bilbao has got a vicious sprint on him. He made that look very, very comfortable in that company. Well, Alberto Bettiol sacrificed his chances there of a stage win for Ruben Guerrero, and EF Education Easy Post might just have done it on the line there. We'll have to wait for confirmation as riders continue to come over the line. Ida Rubio and George Bennett. But no doubt about the winner, the man who finished in second place on GC, Pello Bilbao. We've lost sight of the red jersey of Adam Yates, who finished absolutely without any bother in the end whatsoever. And Adam Yates has won the Deutschland Tour, but the final stage went to Pello Bilbao. B&B Hotels tried to do what they could the first time through the finish line and out onto the circuit. but to no avail ultimately. And Bilbao will be very pleased with his Deutschland Tour. Second place on GC and a stage victory to go with it. Here's Ruben Guerrero finishing fast in the colours of EF Education Easy Post. Bilbao ahead of him, Ruben Guerrero, and then it was tight between Sylvain Moniquet and Georg Zimmermann for third, fourth place. So Zimmermann, if he finished third there and picked up 4 bonus seconds, well, that would make it very tight between Guerrero and Zimmermann. Has Zimmermann possibly got himself up into third? We're just going to have to wait and see, I think. Certainly, Mauri van Zevenant, I think, has lost his third place and his white jersey. Because Georg Zimmermann is almost certainly on the podium as the white jersey winner. He picked up 4 bonus seconds. He only needed to make up 2 on Mauri van Zevenant. He's done that. So Georg Zimmermann will be in the white jersey and possibly in third place on the podium. Here's a man who once again made a huge difference for the Ineos Grenadiers, Filippo Ganna. The riders coming over the line in bits and pieces. Clément Berthet and Michael Scher. Quite the adventure for Clément Berthet, enjoying quite a prolonged spell in the virtual race lead. So we look down at a colossal infrastructure project there. I'm not quite sure what's being built. And there is the race winner, Adam Yates, in the red jersey. Calmly done by the team today. They all played their part. Laurens de Plus, Kim Heiduk, Filippo Ganna and Ben Tulit, all targeting their efforts quite specifically to pilot Adam